Hello and welcome back to this series on OCR and Python. In the last video, we looked at how to take that original image, the MGH edition of a random text, and extract the main body of the text. But as you'll recall from the last video, we had a problem with the footnote. The footnotes caused some problems, and so did the marginalia. In this video, I'm going to show you how to take that footnote and separate it out from the main text. And then in the next video, I'm going to show you how to take out that marginalia and separate it from the main text so that you can OCR each of these components individually. So let's go ahead and look at what we did in the last video. We're going to output this image right here as output. We had something that looked like this. We were able to draw a box around the main body of the text. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use features and structures inherent in a document to figure out ways to separate components of a document. So let's look at the components of this document to find some features that we can use to start figuring out rules to separate things out. Now with this edition, we are kind of fortunate and a little unfortunate. Most footnotes in a document are going to have a fair amount of spacing between them and the main text so that you can isolate different components of a document based on that spacing. We're not that fortunate here because of two problems. These two lines here that delineate the separation between the main body of the text and the actual footnotes here. So this problem causes a blurring between the footnote and the main body text. One of the things that we can do though is we can use this problem and leverage it to our advantage. We can find contours around lines, long horizontal lines, and make a presumption that a long horizontal line is the separator of the main body and the footnote. And in doing so, we can then take that data and separate it from the main body of the text. If you don't understand how this is going to work, you will by the end of the video. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be working with the exact same code that we had in the last video. We're going to make a couple changes. Notice right here, I am also grabbing the image shape. Let me print off image.shape so you can see what this actually looks like. What you get is the height, the width, and the depth of your image. What we're going to be doing is using that image shape in just a few minutes. Now, in the last video, we were able to use the kernel size of 3,50 because our goal was to look for text that was really high. And we knew that the blurring could happen horizontally at a minimal number because text frequently occurs very close to each other. And the 50 allowed for us to have a really tall blurring. In this video, however, we're interested in grabbing something that is really thin and really long. We're interested in finding out where on the page this line is. And the reason why we have to figure out where this line is because every page will have a different placement of this line because some pages will have longer footnotes than others. So let's go ahead and think through a way to do this. Well, the first thing that we can do is we can go ahead and change kind of this around a little bit to 50 and 10 because we're trying to blur something in a long horizontal line and a thin vertical line. And in doing so, we're going to be able to capture more long and thin features rather than short and tall features. The second thing that we can do is we can make some adjustments on our rule for what constitutes an important contour. So rather than having a height that is greater than 200, we're going to look for something that has a contour that has a height smaller than 20. And the reason why we're going to select 20 is because this line is very thin. We're looking for something that has a contour of under 20 pixels. The next thing that we can do is we can start kind of using these features to extract that information. But first, let's go ahead and execute this and reopen up our output. And what you're going to notice is that those few changes have allowed for us to now draw a line or a box around that long horizontal line. Why is this useful? Well, it's useful because we now know the position of the line, which means we can take that data and we can now adjust our ROI and actually grab the information that is found both above that line and on the full width of the image. So let's go ahead and use this image height, image width, and image depth metadata. what we're going to do is we're going to say that we want to grab everything that begins at the 0 pixel on a horizontal plane, and we want to grab everything that begins at 0 on a vertical plane. What we're going to, or sorry, I got that backwards, y being height and x being horizontal. What we want to actually do now is we're going to keep the height at where that ROI is, because it begins at that line. But what we're going to change here is we're going to grab everything that is x plus the image width. And now if we do that and we grab the ROI as the output, you're going to see that we're able to use that metadata, and now we're able to extract everything that is found above the footnote. In other words, we are now able to extract the main body of the text and separate it from the footnote. And likewise, we can use that same metadata to grab the footnote or everything that occurs below that line. So this is how we can use this information to separate a footnote from the main body of the text. In the next video, we're going to take this one step further, and we're going to try to separate out the marginalia from the main body of the text so that we can grab just this information. And then what we're going to do is we're also going to save that marginalia metadata and the footnote metadata as separate images and OCR them independently. But this is how you typically would separate a footnote from the main body of the text in Python using OpenCV. And then in the next video, we're going to use PyTesseract to actually do the OCRing. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed it, please like and subscribe down below. And like always, I want to say thank you to my Patreon supporters. I keep everything on this channel free to the general public so that everyone can benefit from the same resources. If you use this channel and you have the ability to, please consider supporting it via Patreon. The link is in the description down below.